This guy could really be a couple feet above the competition when it comes to this upcoming draft class. But you gotta stick around to the end of the video to see my breakdown on why I think this man is gonna be a problem. What is good, everybody out there? Thanks again for checking into another episode of Court Thoughts, the channel where we basically talk basketball. With the 2022 conference finals starting relatively soon, it's getting to that period of time where we start to get little bits of information or more detail about upcoming prospects for the new draft class. Having done a relatively recent video on Kai Soto, who declared that he will be preparing for the NBA draft, I wanted to look at some other players out there. And I came across this man, and listen, let's just get his name out of the way, okay? Now, the player that we are reacting to today is Nikola Jovic. Now, Nikola Jovic is a Serbian national who is playing for Košarkaški Club Mega Basket, or Mega Basket as they're commonly referred to in the ABA League. Now, the ABA League is a professional basketball organization in former Yugoslavia. Now, for those of you who have been watching this channel for quite some time, you would know my love for European basketball. I really do believe that they play a better, more superior style of basketball technically, and so I'm hoping to see some of that style of play today. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know too much about Nikola Jovic. I'm going to be watching him for the very first time with you guys right now, so then that way I can give you a pure, unfiltered reaction. And then, as always, at the end, I'll give my breakdown. So if you want to know my thoughts on him, make sure you stay to the end. But whose video are we reacting to? Well, it's a brand new channel. The channel's called No Ceilings TV. Guys, as always, please make sure you jump over there and give them a like and subscribe. I'll leave a link to the video in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourself. But let's jump in and let's check out the video. All right, guys, let's check out No Ceilings video. Let's do it. Ooh, beautiful Lena. Big post-up move. Can spray in a corner. Loves to find that space. Beautiful. Woo! Got a really nice shot. This man is 6'10", by the way. Good shield dribble, sidestep or step back, really. Staying open, he loves to shoot. Slipping that, oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh, ooh, this man cooking. Oh my God. You can't see, if you can't see, hey yo, if you can't see the KD comparisons, you blind, bro. Such a nice jump shot. Good pullback. Aggressive. Ooh, cuff grip. Oh, that confidence, bro. Good control. Oof. Oof. See, that's the type of stuff that I was saying why I like European basketball, because they move the ball. Good drive. Spin could have been a little bit tighter, but you know what? It's in transition, so sometimes you gotta take what you can get. Oof. Nice. Oh my God. That's that LeBron James type sidestep, eh? He loves to shoot. He absolutely loves to shoot. He's just looking for a little bit of space, especially from those 45s. A lot of shooters, for some reason, like those 45s. Calling the ISO out, dictating, and like, nah, I'm just shooting it. Cuff grip, beautiful control. That cuff grip is so key now, especially going through traffic. Man, this dude has a trigger. Yee. Good movement. Immediately calling that he's open. Love it. Great control. Great leg control. Footwork. Oh, man. The defense was tight on that, though. The closeout. Oof. That's a nice, like, little fader, little kick fade. Oh my God. That's a tough shot. That is a very tough shot, given the situation and the spacing between the defender. He clearly has really good read on space and wants to shoot. Like in that situation there was an ISO opportunity to go low, but he took the shot. Mismatch, how does he play through this? Yep, smartly. Okay, beautiful. Running. Good space. Running lanes. So critical if you get the chance to go run the lane with that footwork though. With the happy feet footwork. Great body control on the contact. Good control with the switch up. Oof. He's got a pretty quick shot. He like slings it into his set point. Oof. He loves that like turn and dirk. He's got a little kick out to give him a little bit of height, but it's nice. I like it. Oh, way too much space. Way too much space. Didn't you read the stat report on this man? Loves to go left. I think I've only seen him go right in fast break situations. And he's a right-hander. So that goes to show you he's got that ambidextrous. Oof, beautiful. A little bit clunky on that first footwork though, but that's not anything that's not fixable. Good shield. Recognizing where the defenders are sitting. Beautiful. Good work. Good movement. A lot of these offensive actions, if you notice, they're all primarily on trays. He's shooting threes. A lot of driving opportunities. I literally can say that I've seen 90% of the drives take place on the left. This is play. Ooh, what a pass, though. Good dump. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good play recognition. Reading the space. I could see him reading the space there. Ooh, yo. That's a tough pass, too. Yee. Get that. This man's 6'10" passing like that. He plays a lot like a guard. He definitely plays a lot like a guard. Which I can absolutely say, I can see why he would declare himself for the NBA draft, bro. 6'10" playing like this. Yee. Good movement. Yeah, get that up there. That's just player awareness. Oh yeah, I love that. Good pass. Good pass. It was a head right where it needed to be. Simple pass. Beautiful. Didn't try to force that middle lane pass. Good. Running off the screens. Recognize the player actions. Beautiful. Good. That was a beautiful pass. Recognizing the space. Sees the man down low. Really nice. I'm seeing a lot of overall smartness to the way that he plays. Obviously this is a fairly long compilation, but there's not a lot of greediness, and there's dimes like that. That's a tough pass. To try and slip those gaps, the backspin. Backspin, super critical. Yee. Good array of passes too. Ooh. Ooh. Right place, right time. Beautiful. Beautiful pass. Being that much taller above them as well, I'm sure that would absolutely play a benefit in him being an effective passer. Obviously, you have to have the technique, but having the height is beautiful. Oh my God. Oh my God. Off. They sleeping on him in their corner there. They're sleeping on him on the 45, bro. Get that up. His team plays really well together. Oof. That was a bit of a bailout. Again, having that extra height helped. Engaging the screening actions there, or the cutter. The pass. These are all like, there's got a lot of dying second actions that are happening. Ooh, yes, sir. Beautiful. Beautiful. Run that. Yep, perfect. Highly effective passer. Oh, that change of pace. That little change of pace. Okay. All right. This guy's gonna be a problem, bro. This guy's gonna be a problem. Yee. Woof. Oh, that's a tough pass. You gotta think of the angle there for that pass. Cuff. Yeah. Oh my God. This man's vision. This man's... He got the goggles on, bro. Oof. Oh. That little skip hezzy there. So nice. Shield dribble. That goes to show you that this guy is a very well-rounded player. Just with that movement there alone, the shield dribble and the hesitation in that pass, as well as the passes there. The array of passes. Yee. Wet. Oof. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's big body moves there, bro. Good positioning. Great pass. You might not think that these are good, like amazingly difficult passes, but they are hypercritical. Being so long like that, great defensive stops. Great positioning. Okay, good work. Trying to shield him to go baseline for that help side. In the passing lane again, just really good fundamental movement. Oh my God. This guy's so nice. Just walling up. Oh my God. This guy's very well trained. This guy's very, very well trained. I'm gonna say that. Oof. Just a simple touch. Yeah, in the passing lane. Oh my God. Hey, no ceilings, thank you so much. All right, guys, as always, at the end of the reaction, I give my breakdown and key call-outs on the highlights that we saw. All right, let's get into it. Actually, before we get into it, I need to hydrate. I gotta make sure. Oh, there's a lot to cover. This man's got some game.
Daddy, chill.
First thing I'm gonna call out is his vision. Now, when I'm talking about his vision, I'm not just saying on the offensive side with his passing ability. I'm also talking about defensive vision. Now, if you noticed, when he was playing, he was sitting in the right space that he needed to be. Whether it's being very aware of the space that you have to be to be on the receiving end of a hockey assist, where there's a pass to a pass or a pass to the assist, or just being aware that if a pass is going to come through this area, we would call this a passing lane, and sitting in that pocket that if they make that pass, you could just tick that off, take that away from them, and just, it's really, really good key basics that we should all really understand. But having that vision, it comes from practice. It's not something that is just an immediate skill, and it's something that I've noticed that a lot of European players seem to have the ability to do. Someone with the same type of vision would be Nikola Jovic. If you haven't seen the reaction that I did on this man, please make sure you go ahead and give it a watch. But the vision that they have, I think, comes from exposure to other types of games, and I think this is part of the reason why I do believe European players have a tendency to play differently and have a wider vision. And it's from things like playing football or playing handball, because of the fact that there's much more of a technical aspect to the way that European players play. Like, they're unafraid to pass the ball. There's definitely aspects of baiting, or they're not afraid to be effective on the offensive end, but there is this fundamental aspect that is emphasized, and it is hammered into the ground about how important it is to be fundamental. And I do believe that that type of stuff is just, it comes from the grassroots, it comes from the baseline, and it's then refined and developed further. Now, furthering onto that point, I want to talk about the playmaking ability. Now, I'm not just going to talk about just passing, I'll also want to talk about the space creation that was made from dribbling actions. Now, he's absolutely a fantastic passer. I'm not going to take that away from him. Absolutely fantastic passer. Not only does he have great timing, not only does he have a wide array of passes and passing options, but he also has the length to make the passes a lot easier, and to get passes to players a lot easier, or over defenders that might be a little bit pesky. Now, he's playing, I would definitely say, more so as a shooting guard or small forward sort of pocket position, but being 6'10", and the average sort of height that he's going to deal with is going to be about 6'6", 6'7". So you got to think about having that type of ability to handle the ball, but also being able to pass it is so deadly. I made the reference to the similarities between him and KD, and I will say that the shooting ability is very similar. Him being so tall and being an effective shooter, you can absolutely see that similarity. He has his own little sort of dribble routines and dribble movements that he has. He's unafraid to ISO. He's unafraid to be aggressive in creating his shots. But one thing that I would say that KD is probably not highly touted for is his passing ability. Now, that's not to say that he can't pass the ball. I absolutely do believe that this man can pass the ball, but he is not looked at in the same way as being a passer. He is looked at as one of the greatest offensive scoring threats in the history of the game of basketball. Do not get it twisted. Your boy is a KD fan. But the comparisons that I'm talking about in being just a scoring threat, or not just a scoring threat, but in being a scoring threat and being a passing threat and being a dribbling threat, I now have an array of options that are not necessarily there to me if I am just a scorer or just a passer. I've mentioned this in previous videos where I talk about the Book of 5 Rings, and guys, I promise you, I'm going to cover it, and it will come out at some point when I get some time. But he's absolutely got some patience on him. You can see the similarities in that patience again with other European players, like when we think about guys like Luka Doncic. Now, I also mentioned in my reaction on Luka Doncic, if you didn't check that video out, please make sure you go ahead and give it a watch, that a lot of guys they get really flustered, and a lot of that just comes to exposure. And I can clearly see Nikola Jovic definitely has exposure to the game of basketball. You can tell that he spent his 10,000 hours on the court, and you can see that he's patient. I do think that he has some opportunities for development, especially with the footwork in spinning maneuvers and some sort of gathering actions, but it was only in a couple of instances. So I do wonder whether or not that's just the court or whether it's a fundamental aspect, because everything else sort of moved very efficiently. The next key thing that I wanted to talk about was the effectiveness of his shooting. His shooting ability, like there was times that you would see he's just sitting open and he's taking these really nice open shots, and that's all good and well, but the thing that really impressed me so much was that some of these shots were really tight, meaning the defender's really up nice and tight to them. They're trying to close out, and he's like just taking the shot, and it's cash money. It's beautiful. A lot of that comes down to the fundamental actions from his shot. You could see that there was consistency in his form, consistency in his shooting motion, whether or not he was moving or whether or not he was standing still. A lot of that also comes from fantastic footwork. Now, I did also mention through the video that he loved to utilize that sort of Dirk leaner and kick. And I'm really happy to see that he's doing that, because being someone so tall, and if he's going to get into pockets of space, he might be moving or might want to fade away from the defender, and having a shot like the Dirk leaner is highly, highly effective. So absolutely beautiful shot, but the technique on his jump shot, oh my God, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I thought it was really, really effective, and consistent is probably the big thing that I would call out for that. It's having a consistent shot makes it a lot easier for you to be able to break down. And if you would like to know more information about shooting and shooting mechanics, go ahead and check out my video on 1-motion and 2-motion shooting. I cover off a lot of details in there. The last detail that I'm going to cover off is this man's fundamental movements. Now, I did mention in a short moment ago that I was saying that there were some actions where his footwork looked a little bit, weird, but overall, his movements, whether on the defensive side or whether on the offensive side, were fantastic, and you can tell that he has had highly effective and educational coaching. And that really just comes down from the spreading of knowledge. Basically, what I'm looking to try and accomplish here with Court Thoughts, spreading as much knowledge as possible to help anyone out that could find benefit from this information. And some really key details that I saw was that composure again. Like I mentioned before, the composure in offense, you also saw it in the composure on defense. What do I mean? Well, let's look at walling up. Walling up and keeping your cylindrical form, as I mentioned in the Marcus Smart video about being able to keep a cylinder, is really, really critical. But it's also one of the areas that a lot of people get a little bit too excited, and that's normally where fouls start to come. When someone has a dead ball situation, meaning they only have their pivot, they're only able to essentially shoot or pass, they can't do anything else, people get really excited and they try to crowd in on a defender. Now, one of the smartest things that you can do is to eliminate those passing opportunities by waving your arms around, but also by walling up and keeping really nice and tight to the defender so that they can't go through you. Being able to be aware of that fact and play like that is not always the case. Now, a lot of guys, like I said, they get excited and their arms start to close in, or they'll try to jump and block everything like that. Now, I'm not saying that blocking is not a fundamental action. It absolutely is, but it's how you do it that is what makes it so important and so critical. Now, the fundamental movement that we also saw him utilize was sitting in the passing lane, being able to sit in that passing lane and have the defensive awareness in knowing, okay, the ball is here, my man is here, and I'm right in the middle. But I have the vision to be able to see what's happening. I can keep my head on a swivel, or at least use my peripheral vision, the side vision that you have, to be able to make that pass more difficult. Now, I also mentioned this in the Jose Alvarado video and a bunch of other videos, that you want to make people truly believe that the ball is never safe. And if you're in the right pocket of space, you're doing an effective job of that, because if they're dumb enough to make that pass, well, I will reward you by taking the ball from you. And that's just an effective position or just knowledge of where you should be. Now, the last thing that I'm going to say is I do believe that in order to be this skilled, it doesn't come without coaching, it doesn't come without feedback, and it doesn't come without being able to look to try and improve. And on that note, that's what exactly I want to do. So if there's something different that I need to do to these videos, or there's something that you like, go ahead, jump in the comments and let me know. Also, if there's another European player, another player for that fact that I haven't done a reaction to, or I need to do another reaction on, jump in the comments and let me know. I absolutely will respond to you. But look, before I go and bid you guys farewell, I absolutely wish Nikola Jovic all the best of luck in the upcoming draft. I know that this man is an absolute weapon, and I know for sure I'm going to be keeping an eye on him, and I know all the Serbian fans out there are going to be giving this man a lot of love. But that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for kicking it with your boy. If you did enjoy today's video, consider giving it a like, and if you want to see more like this, consider subscribing. It absolutely does help, as I am pushing to reach my first 1,000 subscribers. But until next time, take care of yourself and be safe. All right, peace.